One of Asia's most popular tourist destinations, Thailand's reputation for hedonism attracts thousands of backpackers, and its natural beauty also attracts an increasing amount of holiday makers. Thailand is a mystical country that leaves a lifelong impression on anyone who visits. It offers a rich history, smiling locales, some interesting quirks, and of course, an unforgettable experience. Let's check out 10 best places to visit in Thailand. Number 10. Koh Samui. A popular island in the Thai Gulf, Koh Samui appeals to everyone from families to honeymooners, to backpackers and solo adventurers. Beautiful beaches like Chaweng, Lamai, and Mae Nam surround the island, and you can visit the old fishing village at Baput. There are several places to shop, as well as plentiful places to eat, drink, and sleep. One of the island's most unusual spots include a temple with a mummified monk and neighboring rock formations that look like male and female genitalia. Koh Samui boasts many high-class spas and excellent golf courses too. Number 9. Sukhothai. Here's another of Thailand's ancient capitals, glittering with glorious ruins in various states of preservation. Sites are spread across the city, and so it's fairly easy to find quiet, atmospheric spots to call your own, more or less. The layers of beauty are stupefying. Crumbling walls, extensive foundations, impressive chetties and pagodas, Buddha images in all sizes and poses, soaring columns, and the remains of halls and other buildings. There are lotus-filled ponds gleaming in the sunshine, and information boards provide plenty of information about the grand past all around. Wat Tapan Win, Wat Mahatat, Wat Si Chum, Wat Sarasi, and Wat Saratsak are just a few sites to add to your list. And if you got time to explore further, remember the name Si Chatchanalai Historical Park and you won't be disappointed. Number 8. Kanchanaburi. The bridge over the River Kwai has to be the most famous site at Kanchanaburi in the west of Thailand, along the Burmese border. But it's not the only wartime relic. You can take a ride on the infamous Death Railway in remembrance of those who lost their lives during its construction. There are several museums dedicated to local history, along with somber cemeteries. Erawan National Park, home to the multi-level Erawan Falls and Pra That Cave, can't fail to waylay you, but there are two less crowded and more remote cascades to turn your lens to. We love Way May Kamim, and for your next course, our advice is to get truly off the beaten track and head north to pretty and peaceful Sankaburi. It's a whole different side of Thailand you'll be thrilled to tackle. Number 7. Koh Phangan. Known for its wild parties and hedonistic nightlife, especially around the time of the full moon, many visitors are surprised to find that Koh Phangan is also a nature lover's dream. For fun and partying, Hat Rin is the place to be. Escape the crowd and discover relatively calm beaches, pristine waterfalls, and lush forests, and you'll see that there's much more to the infamous party island than just cocktail buckets and neon body paint. The night market is a great place to fill up on tasty Thai food for cheap, and there are many cooking schools where you can learn how to replicate your favorite dishes. Uncover Koh Phangan's spiritual heart, and you'll find meditation and yoga centers, New Age communities, retreats, workshops, and other ways to find inner balance and peace. Number 6. Mae Hong Son. There are many people from the Shan group, Burma's biggest ethnic minority, living in this mountainous and remote province of northern Thailand. Understandably so, as Mae Hong Son shares a border with Myanmar. The provincial town sees few international visitors, but that makes it all the more reason to go, for the photogenic nature and architecture as you travel around the area. One of the main draws is the former hippie-populated town of Pai, a good place to base yourself if you love nature and a laid-back life. There's plenty to stick on your to-do list, including Pai Canyon, hot springs and waterfalls, and hiking and tubing along the river. Number 5. Krabi. One of southern Thailand's most popular provinces, Krabi offers a wealth of terrific experiences both on the mainland and on its islands, which you can experience with Culture Trip on our specially curated 10-day southern Thailand trip. Koh Phi Phi is often said to be one of Thailand's most picturesque islands. Check out Maya Bay and Phi Phi Viewpoint to see why. Koh Lanta is a more laid-back island with long sandy beaches, chilled-out beach bars, mangroves, and Moken Sea Gypsy community. You'll want to volunteer at Lanta Animal Welfare, not just for the feel-good factor, but to help make a difference. Koh Jum and Koh Rock are a couple of the province's smaller and lesser-visited island favorites. On the mainland, Railly is a rock climber's paradise. Ao Nang is a bustling beach resort, and Krabi Town has an engaging local Thai vibe. Number 4. Ayutthaya. Even if you hate the idea of history on holiday, this place will convert you. Easily reached from Bangkok, the UNESCO-listed Ayutthaya is one of Thailand's ancient cities. Evocative ruins take you on a journey back to time to Siam's golden age. Wat Yai Chai Mangkon is particularly photographic, with tall stupas that you are permitted to climb, surrounded by rows of Buddha statues, swathed in saffron tones. You'll want to make a date with Wat Mahatat, where the famous stone Buddha head peers out from the infinite roots of a banyan tree growing around it. See, too, Wat Ratchaburana and Wat Si Sanfet. The old Dutch and Portuguese areas are well worth a visit, and the floating market is a great place to pick up souvenirs. A hired bicycle, or if you're an experienced rider, a scooter, is the only way to appreciate Ayutthaya. That said, tuk-tuk stands massed around each corner. Number 3. Phuket. Thailand's largest island and one of the best loved and most visited in the country, Phuket has many faces. Many first-timers head to the thronging sands of Patong on the west coast, known for its no-holds-barred nightlife and water sports. Beyond, though, there are beaches to suit everyone. Catch a boat to the scenic Freedom Beach, switch off on Karan Beach, drink in the views from Kathu Beach, and prepare for plenty more. Promtep Cape is the place to head for liquid lovely sunsets. After dark, the entertainment cranks into life. There are world-class shows and exhilarating Muay Thai fights. Food is, without exception, delicious. From the smart restaurants of Phuket Town to the simple sizzling seafood turned out at street and night markets. Hiking, go-karting, ethical elephant encounters, fishing, snorkeling, and jet skiing are just a few activities to try. And Wat Chalong, along with the Big Buddha, are two of the most popular cultural sites. Don't bypass Phuket Town. The ornate old neoclassical buildings and luridly painted shop houses are beautiful. For fun and giggles, Ban Thi Lanka, the upside-down house, and Phuket Trick Eye Museum are the biz. Number 2. Chiang Mai. It's often dubbed the Northern Capital, and in its own way, Chiang Mai gives Bangkok a run for its money. With mad world of culture and nature, you won't run out of religious shrines. There are over 500 temples to admire. Meanwhile, for kids, adults too, there's Chiang Mai Night Zoo. If you want to stretch a leg, try hiking in lush jungles and rafting along boiling white rivers. At Thailand's highest point, Doi Inthanon, you'll get to meet ethnic hill tribes, witness a world of spectacular waterfalls, and feed watermelons and bananas to magnificent elephants at an ethical sanctuary. In a departure from Bangkok, nightlife is low-key, but don't take that as an indication to stay indoors once the sun goes down. There are plenty of bars to unwind in, And if you're itching to stock up on brightly colored Thai pots, bags, and shirts to gift to folks back home, the Night Bazaar has your name written all over it. Number 1. Bangkok. Bangkok is a restless and chaotic metropolis and an essential part of a trip to Thailand. Although not everyone's cup of tea, the culture shock-inducing capital has some incredible places of interest that you would be foolish to miss. Highlights include the impossibly bejeweled Grand Palace, Wat Arun, one of the oldest and best-known landmarks in Bangkok, and Wat Po, which is home to a giant reclining Buddha. Fun seekers head to the notorious backpackers' haven of Khao San Road, the bazaars and alleyways of Chinatown, and the infamous Patpong Night Market, located in the city's red light district. Neon fanatic and temple tranquil, the Thai capital is simply unmissable, with stacks of things to see and do, however you fancy spending your time. Delivering reams of cultural and historic sites, BKK also flaunts a modern side with muscular landscapes and Madrid's outbreaks of modern architecture, fabulous art galleries, and fascinating museums. When you want to spend, the city is ready to sell. In phonetic markets, among them the floating variety for which the Thai capital is such a hit, as well as mega malls, and the dining scene in a spin from gourmet restaurants to street food. After dark, things are buzzing with pulsating nightclubs, live music, cocktail bars, incredible rooftop bars, and adrenaline-laced Muay Thai fights. Getting around is easy thanks to the BTS SkyTrain, MRT subway, numerous buses, taxis, and tuk-tuks. Perhaps best of all, you'll find accommodations to suit you, whatever your bag and your budget. Do let us know in the comments which one of them you would like to visit. Please subscribe to Travel the World. Thanks for watching.